क्रियायस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञात्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकराजस्मात् आनन्दस्यम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ॐ वेदोदधिं समुन्मथ्य ज्ञानरत्नं समुद्धृतं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरुणां गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। Today we are going to discuss on 82nd chapter of Yoga Vasistha Nirvana Prakaran, second half. We were discussing about the truth without ignorance and the truth with ignorance. How does it look like? Ignorance means anything. Anything is taken as ignorance. अज्ञान रहने पर कला सहित, अज्ञान means divisibility. Ajnana, ignorance means manyness. Ignorance means a process. Ignorance means changing process. Ignorance means not the original but the copies, but the reflections or the shadows or the copies, not the original one. In this way, when the truth is absolutely pure, having nothing else other than it, that means absolute singularity, without a second. That is known as truth, which is absolutely one, without anything in it. But that truth cannot do anything, because it is one. Doing or having transaction or having relationship or having all these relative transactions, whatever we do in the worldly parlance, that is possible only when there is more than one. And then only one has relation with the other. That means relation means comparison and taking and giving or influence both way, and its nature, many way we can understand it. But the truth one which has got no such dualistic ideas, it will be only absolutely balanced state, absolute equilibrium state, where nothing is possible. So it is said to be sthanu. Sthanu means immovable stone, where there is no movability. So, how the truth is absolutely pure without anything? How does it look like? How to be defined? What will be the definition of the truth? Naming or any quality, nothing we can say. And then if at all we want to have some relation with the absolute truth, then we have to adopt so many methods. First of all, who are you to have relation with it? Are you different from it, or you are one with it? And if at all you are one, then how you are? How are you? What are you? Where are you? When are you? All these questions arise. So that is called self-analysis or self-introspection. By that when we go on deleting or avoiding all these names and qualities and all these nature, our relationships, our name and form, all these, when we go on negating, that is the process of the Vedas, negating. Negation is the best process given by Vedas to know the truth. This is not, this is not, this is not. Go on. And in the end, negation also to be negated. So, what happens when the two minus gets together? It becomes positive. So when the negation is negated, whatever remains, that is the absolute positiveness, that means the absolute truth, which cannot be expressed, cannot be named, it has got no form. Then if there is no form, how can it exist? No, this is the absolute existence, all-pervading existence, endless, beginningless, and in all ways, at all cost, by all conditions, it does exist, and it is aware of itself, aware of its existence, and that's how it is quite satisfied with it. That's how it never moves, never has any actions. Why we do some actions? Why we move at all? Have you ever thought over it? Why do we do some actions? Huh? Pardon? Of course. And what is the cause for vasanas? Vasanas, desires. Without desire, you cannot move. Your movement is based on doing something. What is it to do? To do, to fulfill the needs. That is our doing. That's how we move. Movement means not only by the legs, not only by the hands, by all the senses and all the parts of your existence. Thinking also is a movement. And having the ego also is a movement. I am, that is possible when the existence itself expresses itself. Then only I am. And that expression is a process. So process means is a movement, change. So in this way, if we go on analyzing, every movement has some purpose. Purpose is to fulfill the need. And not only one need, innumerable needs. Huh? We scratch. This is also movement. This is also need. Need means something is lacking here. To fulfill that, we have to move the hand. Every movement has some purpose. And purpose is to fulfill the need. And why do you feel the need? Why? When there is something lacking, that is called need. We fulfill the need means we fill up the gap. And that is possible when you feel yourself incomplete. And in what way you are incomplete, you are not perfect. That is the most interesting subject. How do you feel you are incomplete? No, I have everything. Let me keep quiet. Can you keep quiet? Never you can. I means it is incomplete. I, and then comes my. So, I means the ego, that means the expression of existence. The existence itself expresses itself, that becomes the ego. And that expression is not stable, it goes on changing. That's how the process starts. The ego goes on changing, and that same ego becomes the intellect, mind. The movement is mind, nothing else. And that's how mind is your senses, your body, your prana, your relations, your everything. Mind is everything. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandham mokshayo. You are bound because of your mind. And the same mind, when it is moving it is a bondage. When it is stable, it is you are free. Free from movements, free from the desires to fulfill the needs. Yes.
So when the moksha happens, when the freedom happens, it's the mind which is getting the freedom.
Mind, when doesn't do anything, that is called steadiness. So it is not an action. It does nothing, it becomes stable. And we have already seen, you see, movement is possible only in the stability. Whatever is stable, that will be unstable, that is called movement or action or everything, relation, transaction, comparison, whatever you say. So in this way, when it starts moving, we have already discussed when the sky, which has got no beginning, no end, no real exact definition of sky, when it appears to be moving, then that is known as air. And then all the fire and water and earth, everything is possible. So when the absolute steadiness starts moving, can it move? Because you yourself define it as the absolute steadiness. How can it move then? So movement is superimposed, is imagined, is just, it is forced on it. There is nothing, but yet it appears to be something. How does it appear? Just as we see in the water, water is liquid. Liquidity is in water, water itself is liquid. So liquidity cannot be separated from water, and that is called its nature. So nature is liquidity of water, and because of it, it will have all the imbalanced state that is known as the ripples and waves, etc. Similarly, the fire and its nature, its quality, the heat or the fire or the light cannot be differentiated from fire. Similarly, the absolute will be absolute in every sense. So, absolute transparency we can say as the absolute truth. Transparency means having no qualities at all. No qualities at all. So in that way, the absolute is qualityless. That qualitylessness is a quality.
Now you're speaking like Osho.
No, it is really so. It is not oh so.
No,
It
you
is
sounded
really
like,
so.
no, you sounded like
It is really
you
so.
sounded like Osho.
Everywhere it is taken. When you go to the height of analysis, then we have to reach there. The absolute negation means acceptance. Similarly, the absolute transparency is a quality of transparency which is not transparency. So there you have to keep quiet, no expression, no definition, no way you can bring limit to it. So in that way, absolute silence is its nature. Silence you cannot say to be some nature because it is silent. And its language also is silence. In this way, why we are discussing all this? To see how the truth becomes untruth, or how there is ignorance, or the nature is seen in the absolute, how it is possible. Just as we see the liquidity in the water, the heat in the fire, the blueness or emptiness in the sky. Similarly, transparency is seen in the absolute. That transparency is a highest quality, where all the qualities will be seen. All the qualities. Empty means solid. How do you say it? Empty means solid. Empty means literally where there is no second one, nothing can be inside it. That is called empty, isn't it? That means it is solid. How it is? You cannot put anything in the stone. Why? Because it is solid. Solidity means oneness, and emptiness means oneness. There is no entrance for anything else. That is called emptiness. Similarly, here also, absolute transparency means anything and everything can be within it. Just as we say, the door is half closed means half open. The opposite also always truth. So now, how it happens? Because of transparency, see the crystal stone, because it is so clear, so transparent, it holds all the side views within it. From this we can imagine how the absolute holds everything within it, just as the reflections or the shadow or the imaginations. That is what is known as the world, with all the names and forms and time, space and everything. Whatever we think, all these thoughts are based on or due to or by the truth only. You cannot think without your consciousness, your awareness. You are aware that you are thinking, isn't it? That is your true nature. When we go on analyzing and negating all the composition of our personality, one by one, then in the end remains your awareness. You are aware that you are negating everything. That is your real personality. In this way, when we go on analyzing, just as the mirror has its nature to hold the reflections, or the crystal, the prism holds all the reflections around it. Similarly, this absolute holds all the thoughts or all the movements which is not real, which appears to be there, just as the reflection is never real. We know it. Can you hold the reflection? Can you behave with the reflection? Nothing can be done. It is not there, but yet it appears. Similarly, all these thoughts or the whole thought process which solidifies and takes the name of objects and it becomes objectified. It starts with vibrations because it is absolutely transparent. So vibrations are naturally seen in it. Those vibrations are nothing but reflections. We have the example, just you enter into a lens house where all the sides, up and down, all the sides are fixed with only lenses, nothing else is there. Lenses of different sizes, different types, concave, convex, different size. When you enter into it, what will you see? Are you going to see the lenses? Never. You are going to see only innumerable, uncountable blackness or shadows everywhere around you, which are maybe your or the shadows of the lenses within itself and in others. All over you will go on seeing only reflections, because everywhere there is lenses. Similarly, when the Absolute is there, present in all directions, not only in one plane, it is Akhanda Mandalakaram. Akhanda Mandalakaram means it has existence in all directions. In all directions means, are you getting the point? All directions means 360 to the power 360 to the power infinity. That is called all directions. everywhere. The existence does exist, and that's how everywhere you will see only reflections of itself, nothing else is there. Just as you see the reflections of the waves in the water, or you see the shadow of the, say, glass block inside it, or if you see some glass piece, you have to imagine so many qualities in it. Say the size, the angles, the shape, the length, breadth, height. In every direction you get its qualities. Similarly, when the truth is all pervading in all directions, that's how everywhere there will be the reflections of itself within itself. That is how we say it is. When we have to think or we have to express something about it, then in this way only we have to think and we have to name it, then only we can have some ideas about it, and that will be impure perfection. Impure, imperfect perfection. That's how it is called Ajnana Sahit Paramata. And that is called Sabal Brahma, the qualified truth. Qualified truth. And if you don't think of all these, then it will be non-qualifying truth. Qualifying truth, qualified truth, or non-qualified truth. Just as we say, one without a second, or one. One means there is a possibility of two, three, everything. That's how you have named it as one. That's how it is said, one without a second. Now, have you got some ideas what is qualified Brahma and non-qualified Brahma?
Qualified Brahma is more useful.
That is only useful, and that holds everything, I and you, I and my, and whatever we see or think, our thoughts are nothing but the reflections of it within it, which is limited in particular way, and that is personified as I or you or any name or form. However you think or see or have relation. So this way we are going to see in this chapter, having analyzing and removing the unwanted residues, having the purest object, what remains in the end, one side, and having all the qualities, all the dots, all the impurities, how does it look? We were discussing on this. So Vasistha ji said, चेतन शून्य जो चिन्ह मात्र है वस्तुतः उसे चिन्ह मात्र नहीं कहते और वह भी युक्त नहीं है, क्योंकि चिन्ह मात्र आकाश का कहीं कुछ नष्ट हो जाए, चिन्ह मात्र आकाश का कहीं कुछ नष्ट हो जाए, चेतन शून्य जो चिन्ह मात्र है. Yesterday we were discussing it, how to express it. It is very difficult to express. You see, when you say it is, you name it, you say something on any object, that means you are qualifying. The object is expressed by you. That expression is itself a definition or a quality of it. So when you name the absolute as consciousness absolute, then it is not so. You have named it, you have limited it by naming. How name is a limit? Because if your name is X, that is only limited on your form. It is not so in other form of other body, isn't it? That's how it is limited on you only. Of course, it goes on changing every moment according to your movement, your nature, your actions. Whatever you do, accordingly you are named. गुण नाम कैसे हम देते हैं? नाम और जात according to guna and karma. The qualities and the actions take the name. When you are walking, you are a walker, morning walker. If you are eating, you are a eater. If you are seeing, you are a seer. Accordingly, your name is seen. In this way, when we say the absolute, absolute itself is not the absolute. So, what we have to do? We have to express something. Without expression, how are we going to imagine something? So, what to say, what to do? We have to see the direction or the what we call the purpose. What for the word is used. The purpose, the aim of it. Just as we give the example, when I pointed out on some flower, on some tree, by my finger, you are not looking at my finger, which is a pointer. You look at the point which is directed by my finger. So that is the purpose or the aim of my word or my direction. Similarly, we have to take the aim or the purpose or the indirect meaning of the words which are used for the absolute. We name it as Chinmay. Chinmay means all-pervading consciousness, which is ever present everywhere, at all conditions, at all time. That is how you have to understand it. But these words are not sufficient. It cannot identify the exact meaning. So the indirect meaning you have to understand. That's how we cannot name the absolute. Of course, highest we can go to say the param, the absolute, param, the highest. And that's how the Vedas say, Anuraniyan Mahato Mahiyan, the smaller than the smallest in every way, and the greater than the greatest. And that's how when this creation starts, first comes the Virat. Virat means which is greater than the greatest, which holds everything within it. So go on imagining it has got no end, no beginning, then only it will hold everything. So your thoughts, your definition or your names on the absolute, though it is meaningless, yet it includes all the meaning within it. All the meaning means all the meaning of all the words of all the languages of all the worlds. That's how it is meaningful. And opposite, all these has got no meaning because they are not direct, they are indirect only. So, the language is imperfect, meaningless, and though it is meaningless, it is meaningful because it indicates something. It indicates something else which is the real meaning. In this way, we have to understand how the purest truth and the impure truth. Impure truth means which has got all kinds of complications. There is no end to our thoughts. Whatever we think, it is within it. Whatever, not only you, so many like you have come and gone, have appeared and disappeared. How many such creations have been created and been destroyed? There is no account for it. In this way, whatever was there, is there, will be there, everything is within that. Within that. That is called impure truth or Sabal Brahma, qualified truth. And the other way, which cannot be expressed, which has got no name, no form, Nirakar or Nirguna, Nirakar, Nirguna. कोई नाम नहीं, कोई रूप नहीं. That is the purest truth without any impurities. That has to be experienced or understood in the heart of hearts. You cannot name it, you cannot express it, it cannot be defined.
It cannot be reached.
It cannot be reached by your senses, your thoughts, your imagination, or by any way, by any means,
But it is.
because it is. Who will reach it?
You're in it.
It will reach itself. So when we are thinking something, expressing something, or doing something, if at all you are aware of yourself, who is doing, who is thinking, who is putting the question, and who is answering, if these questions are put to yourself, all the answers you will get. That is what we were telling now. It is self-introspection, analyzing yourself. Who are you? Who is doing everything? Who is thinking? Who is speaking? So finally, when you want to find yourself, you will find the truth. And when you go for the truth, you will find no truth but words. Innumerable words are there. All the complications, all the problems, all the impurities, that is called अज्ञान विशिष्ट जो चिन्ह मात्र किंच ब्रह्म से अभिन्न जो यह जगत है, इसके एकमात्र ब्रह्म सत्ता से अतिरिक्त रूप की प्रसिद्धि न होने से किसी पदार्थ के नाश की ही सिद्धि नहीं है. When we go on analyzing and introspecting in this way on ourselves, who is the questioner, who is the thinker, who is the hearer of the answer, who is the doer, who is seeing whom, and what is the relationship, how do you relate with others, what is the process, what relationship you have with the others. Other means all the names and forms. What you have contact around you, so many names, so many forms. Say whether human beings or animals or birds or planet, plants, or anything you have connection with, that is your, because you have contact with it. And you are the whole total imagination of all these around you. That's how, when we go on analyzing ourselves, we find either all the forms around us are symbolized or thought over. They are in the thought form within us, the whole world. They are within us in thought form, imagination form. Or I am, they are in that form all around me. That's how I have contact with all these, and I see all these, and I think of all these. And without the background of the consciousness, nothing is possible. Who is thinking? Who is speaking? Who is moving? When we go to the central point, the movement is called changing process or nature or the world. And if we put the question, who is moving? I am also a movement. I am a totality of innumerable thoughts, nothing else. A group of innumerable thoughts, and that is named as mind or senses or prana or ego or intellect or subconscious mind, whatever, in different phases, different form, in different different actions. It is named differently, but same process, unsteady process, changing process. That is what is known as world or the nature, call it creation anyway. And how it happens? So simple. Movement is possible only when there is no movement. Who moves? Which is stable. That only can move. So the absolute root, the center for everything, holder of everything, substratum for everything, is that absolute state of equilibrium, that is the truth without any impurities. And when it moves, that is seen as innumerable worlds with countless forms and names and a endless changing process. And that is not real. It is only some imaginations or some, just like some black spots in the sky we see when we rub our eyes. You see some black spots. Is it real? Can you define it? Do you really see something as it? Just imagination. Just as the water seen by you in the mirage, it is due to some changed condition in the air layer due to heat and the desert. That is how you see something which is not there. We see so many things which is not there. Have you seen some ghosts? No? I always tell about the stories of the ghosts. I have seen so many ghosts. I tell so many stories about the ghosts.
I hope you are not talking about us.
Exactly. I forgot it. All of you are ghosts around me. And the seer also is a ghost. That's how it is said. The world is nothing but a village of ghosts. Bhuta grama. The body also is called Bhuta grama. Bhut means elements, Bhut means ghosts also. किंच ब्रह्म से अभिन्न जो यह जगत है, this world which is seen by us, which is not different, undifferent, it is not different from the truth. How can it exist? On what it will exist? Where is the existence of it? It has got no existence because it changes. Everything is subject to change. So we cannot claim it is something. So how do you see it and what do you see? Then we have to say there is some change, some process going on that only can be just as the ripples on the water surface or the waves reflecting in waves or reflecting in water itself. That is what is seen. When you see some waves, do you think of water? You have forgotten about the water. You see the wave, it has a name, it has a different form than the water. Everything, it has movement. Everything it has. Wavelength, you say. Wavelength. So everything it has. But really speaking, when you go to the reality, to the origin, to the substratum of it, then it is nothing other than the water. When water is forgotten somehow, that is seen as wave, and this forgetfulness is known as ignorance, and known as darkness, is known as impurity. When you see it, it is knowledge, it is light. You see everything in light only. When you see something, that is called visibility, is called light. Invisibility is called darkness. How do you see the black color? Because there is no other color in it. That's how you say it to be black. So he says, the existence of the absolute truth is the holder, the substratum of all so-called existing, which is ever-changing names and forms, which is known as the world. It cannot be differentiated from the background of it, which is absolute truth. So, what happens? ऐसा होने से ही इसका कभी भी ना सृष्टि होगी ना कभी प्रलय होगा. इस पॉइंट के ऊपर हम आए थे इधर. because it is not there, because the waves are not there. So you cannot say when the wave is created and when the wave is dissolved. Have you got any data of it? When you see the wave, can you have any thought when it is created, how it is created, and when it will be dissolved? It is not at all created, nor it will be dissolved. So, he means to say the world is not there, so you cannot say it is created, so it is never destroyed, nor it can be destroyed. In this way, Vasistha answered the question of Rama, which Ram wanted to know. Things which were destroyed already, how it could come in subtle impressions, and they were dancing in the body of Mahakali, the Kalaratri. How it was possible? You said it was already destroyed completely, and then you said, I saw all these things in the body of Mahakali. How could you? Your explanation, your words are contradictory to your words. How it will be possible to explain this, to justify this? Vasistha giving these analytical arguments. Nothing is created, nothing is going to be destroyed, so everything is your imaginations, your thoughts only. So anyway, you can repeat your thoughts anytime, anywhere as you like. Thoughts are never destroyed nor created. It is only thoughts. Just as the waves in the water are never created, nor it will be destroyed. It is water only by all condition at all time. By all means it is not different from the water. It is water only. उस ब्रह्म को स्वसत्ता मात्र से अन्य कुछ भी कहना उपयुक्त नहीं है। यदि यह आशंका हो कि निरक्त च अनिरक्त च निलयन च अनिलयन च विज्ञानम च अविज्ञानम च सत्यम च अनृतम च सत्यम सत्यम अभय सत्यम अभवत, सब कुछ इत्यादि ब्रह्म सत्ता से अतिरिक्त रूप का कथन ऋतियों में पाया जाता है और पामर लोग ऐसा अनुभव भी करते हैं। तो इस आशंका पर कहते हैं, हाँ, इसमें तनिक भी संदेह नहीं है कि वह ब्रह्मात्मा जगदाकार से अन्य रूप स्वीकार करने के लिए पहले अभी आकाश से अभिन्न अपनी आत्मा का बना लेता है। इसका तात्पर्य यह है कि यदि वह ब्रह्म अपने से अभिन्न आकाश को बना लेता है तो फिर उससे भिन्न दूसरा कोई रूप उसके द्वारा स्वीकृत कैसे हो सकेगा, अथवा सद्रूप अनन्यत्व का जो संपादन न होने के पर उसके द्वारा आकाश का रचना ही कैसे हो सकता है, कैसे हो सकेगी? क्योंकि तदात्मता का लाभ ही तो आकाश आदि की उत्पत्ति कही जाती है। इसीलिए निरुक्तम च अनिरुक्तम च इत्यादि श्रुति प्रतिपादित मूर्तामूर्त स्वरूप सद्रूप से अन्य है, इसकी सिद्धि किसी तरह भी नहीं हो सकती। He is giving some very complicated, very subtle arguments to prove whatever we see as the creation with names and forms, it is not, by no way it is different from the absolute truth. In one way, it is the absolute truth itself, which is seen in this way. The other way, it doesn't exist at all. There is no possibility of all these names and forms. You are seeing nothing. The seer and seen and seeing process, all the triads are not at all there. There is no seer, there is no seen object. Huh? If I see my reflection in the mirror, how do I express it? Come on, express what you see. And if you are the mirror itself, if a mirror has the reflection of the mirror, a round mirror, it has reflection within itself, how will you express it? Is it different from it? Or it is something one with it? No way of expressing it. Similarly, all these reflective imaginations which are known as the names and forms of this creation, as we think, it is not at all existing, or if at all you see it as in this way, it is either you are not seeing the truth, or you are seeing only the truth, not all these. All these names and forms are not at all there. Only truth you see. How it is possible? Of course, he is giving all the minute, subtle arguments and reasons for it. We shall see it. Now, if you see yourself, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as different from yourself, or you see yourself? Come on. Just as we just now said about mind reflection in the mirror, or the reflection of the mirror in the mirror. Just as we discussed now, your innumerable reflections or the reflections of the lenses in the lenses, how will you express it? What is it? What do you see? You are seeing something, not the lens, nor something else other than the lens. How do you express it? Both way as you like, both ways is true, and both way also is false. That's how it is said to be anirvachanya means not expressible in words. Whatever you say, whatever you claim, it is so and so, that is from one angle it appears to be real, and from the opposite angle it is completely unreal. The existence exists, you cannot deny it. So, if at all you are seeing something, you are seeing the existence, isn't it? How can you say, I see nothing? You do see something. And what is it? The moment you say it is something like this, it is gone. So you cannot say anything. In this way, it is from one angle it is existence, from other angle it is non-existing. And this way, when we go to the final conclusion, then they say, which is reasonable, which is easy to understand, every object has 5 aspects. 5 aspects. Every object which has a name, which we see as an object by our 5 senses, every object has 5 aspects, even starting from an atom till the absolute endless sky. Everything has 5 aspects. What are they? It does exist, you cannot deny it. It is, that's how you have seen it. So that is called existence. Existence absolute, which cannot be denied by any condition. And the awareness of existence, it is aware of its existence. Just as you can take your own example. You know that you are, isn't it? You know you are. You do exist. You are aware of your existence. So existence is called Sat, truth, reality, and awareness is known as knowledge, consciousness, awareness. You are aware that you are existing, and every existence is completely contented with its existence, so it never wants not to exist. Because it is ever contented with its existence, which is aware by itself. So awareness is knowledge, and that contentment is absolute bliss, which is neither happiness nor unhappiness which is not subject to change. You are always existing. You cannot not exist. You may say, when some person dies, what happens? What do you say? What do you say? How do you understand the death? We say generally, his body has decomposed and they have gone to their original elements. Panchatva prapti kiya. Panchatva. Panchatva पांच भूत. Swarga nivas kya hai? He has departed. We say he has departed. I pray for the departed soul. You pray for the soul. Soul is there. So you cannot say the existence is absent. That's how in Gita Lord Krishna says, there is no absence in presence. Na bhavo vidyate bhava. There is no absence in presence. And there is no presence in absence. That means we can say there is no light in night. There is no darkness in day. Because day is day and night is night. Night is absence, day is presence. This is how he says three aspects, Sat, Chit, Anand. It is found in every object. Every object has these three aspects. But we don't see it. Why? We know it, but we don't see it. The moment we have contact with the sense objects, we don't see all these three hidden qualities, hidden aspects. We see only the overlapping name and form. We see the form with a limit, with a line, limiting line. Whatever form you see, it is limited form, private limited. Your company is private limited. So whatever you see it with a limited form and with a name. Name of the form. How do you name the form? The form is known only by the name. The sound, when is formed in words and it has contact with, relation with some object, then the sound, the word will have that meaning. Meaning means the relation between the sound with the form. That is how the form is known and it is valued. It is used, valued, known. Then only you can have transaction with it. Whatever you don't see, can you have contact with it? So, whatever you see, it has got a form, it has got a name. You may not be knowing the name, but name is there. That's how you have relation with it. And names and forms which are ever changing, I told you, form also changes, name also changes. Name, of course, changes. We have discussed now. When you are eating, you are a eater. When you are seeing, you are a seer. When you are hearing, you are a hearer. In this way, according to your actions, according to your nature, you are named, and it goes on changing. When you are teaching, you are a teacher, and you are a teacher in the school, but you are a father in the house. Huh? You are a house member in your house. And when you go to the market, you purchase something, you are a customer. Names are ever changing according to your actions. So, names of course change, but form doesn't change, isn't it? How do you say? Forms also change every moment. We don't see it because we don't see it by analytical process. When you analyze, when you compare with other things by using time, space and conditions, you will be able to see the changes. The child one day becomes young, becomes old, and die means he departs from the body, mortal body, and again he creates some other body. Just as you throw out your old car and purchase a new model, go on purchasing how many cars you have purchased in your life. Similarly, you have used these bodies as the vehicle, and this body carries you, which exists inside this body just as the driver exists inside the car. So when the car is old, the driver gives it away. Car 24, kya hua? You can exchange it. Similarly, all these names and forms, they go on changing due to change. We are bewildered what is hidden on the changing process, inside the changing process. That is the real truth. For example, the juice of the fruit, do you see when you purchase the fruit? Do you see, or do you purchase the juice? Of course, in juice shop. No, you are purchasing some fruits. For what?
But you can visualize the juice.
Yes, but why do you purchase the fruit? To enjoy the juice. That is called ras. Ras means inside juice. So, it is said in the Vedas, in our scriptures, raso vaisaha, that truth is juice, essence of everything. That essence is hidden just as the juice of the fruit is hidden, unseen within the fruit. And you enjoy the juice, whereas you have transaction with the name and form only. When you enjoy the juice of the fruit, you throw out all the names and forms. So it is said, Name rupe prithak kritva. When you throw out, keep aside the names and forms, then only you can have the vision of the inner pulp, inner juice, the essence of the object, that is Sat Chit Anand. Then only it will be visible. We give the example of the envelope or the letter. Your letter is hidden in the envelope. Of course, your address is there outside it. That address is only useful till the envelope, the letter reaches you. The moment it reaches you, you tear away the envelope and your address, your envelope, everything is kept aside, and you go to the matter in the letter. And those letters also, alphabets, those words are not so important. What is the meaning of the words? That is important. That paper also you throw out, but the message you have. That is how you are concerned with the message hidden in the words written, seen over the paper, hidden in the envelope, how it is unseen before. And when you tear out everything, keep aside unnecessary impurities, we call it, then only you get the message, the essence of the envelope. Similarly, when we analyze everything and see everything bit by bit, analytically, then only we see this world is, of course, with names and forms, which is ever changing, but it is not the reality. The reality is hidden within it. Reality is there. You cannot say nothing is there. The letter means it has some message, it has some purpose. The letter you have got. But only when you keep all the unnecessary coverings aside, you cannot get the message. Similarly, the fruit, everything, everywhere, every name and form, if you keep it aside, then the inner essence. We love people. Whom do you love? You love love is heart to heart, not from mind to mind. Love is not a mental case, it is it is it.
But love is considered to be mental. I mean, whoever is in love, they say is mental.
Why it is considered? Because it is misused. It is heart to heart. That is called real love. And God is inside, hidden in your heart of hearts. And when you love others, if you love from your heart, that reaches others' heart, and then you love God, not the name and form. That is called real relation. That is seen in mother's case. Mother loves from her heart because she has given her blood and flesh and everything for the child. That's how mother's love is highest and others' love secondary. That's how. When you love anyone from your heart, that is called true love, and that is called real relation. Real relation.
How about Guru?
Yes, of course. Because Guru is not a form. Guru, huh?
More than mother, Guru's love is more than mother.
Yes, why? Because mother loves from her heart relatively. But Guru has no relation. It is oneness. It is, of course, oneness. But because it is not relation, it is knowledge itself. Guru is not the body. Guru is just like the essence is the fruit. So also knowledge is Guru, not the form, you can say, as Guru. Guru means just like the sky is greater than the greatest, limitless. Similarly, Guru is heavier than the heaviest, higher than the highest, higher than the highest, and interior than the interiormost. That's how it has no personality, it has got identity as knowledge. So in this way, Vasistha ji explains to Rama the difference between the world and the absolute, the difference between the creation and dissolution, and the difference between the creation and the Brahma, the creator, how to understand, how to go to the depth of the meaning. What is called world? Where are you? What are you? You have to have it. You have to be aware of it. Don't forget yourself. You may forget the whole world. Don't forget yourself. If you forget yourself, you are called a mad person. That's how they say, Pitva mohmayi pramada madira unmatta jagat. All the world, everybody in this world, having drunk with the wine of ignorance and delusion. Everybody is dancing with ecstasy. Everybody has drunk.
It's a party.
Party. हाँ, सब पागल है. अरे दीवाना मुझे जग कहे, मैं समझू जग दीवाना है. You are going to say me to be mad? I see you are mad. The whole world thinks he is bad. I am right. You, of course, you may not be getting all these phone calls. I always get phone calls from different people, Swamiji, I have, please help me. You see, those persons, they always go against me. And whatever I say, they don't hear me. Huh? And they go against me. What is there? How do they think I am against me? They think always against me. I have done nothing to them. But they always create problems. What shall I do? Almost every day or every week I get some complaints from someone. Swamiji, what to do? मैं क्या कहता हूँ, भैया ये तो दुनिया देखो सब बदल जाएंगे. धीरज रखो, धीरज रखो, और हमेशा थोड़ी ऐसा करेंगे और तुम्हारे दोस्त हो जाएंगे. धीरज रखो. किसी भी हालत में कुछ सांत्वना देना. So tomorrow we shall see further. We shall see all these regions, all these argumentative process, how he gives all these subtle arguments. Whatever we see, it is not so, it is the truth. How it is the truth? Of course, we have seen whatever we see, whatever objects and its names, forms, they are there, we cannot deny it. But basically, inwardly, it is truth, and outwardly, it is the world. So, you have to choose, you have to decide what do you want. Do you want to take the juice or purchase the fruit and let it go rot? Let it rot. Huh? You may throw it afterwards. Or you want to enjoy its juice as you like, it is your choice. Hari Om. You are free, you are independent, nobody is there. Param Swatantra Siri par nahi koi. हाँ जी. Hari Om. How do you like? What do you want? Do you want to take a glass of fruit juice? Or you want to take the skins? छिलके खा सकते हो. If you were a cow, an animal, you can take all these outward, thrown out all these fruit, skins and seeds and everything. If you are a human being, you have intellect, Bhagavan has given you intellect, so you can use it and throw your tail, cut your tail, be a human being and enjoy the juice. Don't eat away all these skins. But sometimes the skin of the the skin of the anar, it is used as medicine. Sometimes it is useful. Okay? As you like, you can use it. Some children, they eat the whole mango with the skin. When it is over-ripened, it also tastes good. Okay. So, how it is, just as the Namdev, he used the body of Kutta, the dog. He took it as Narayan, and Narayan appeared before him. So, Namdev is a childlike, so simple, and he ate the fruit with the skin. The whole dog was transferred into Narayan. Hari Om. We shall see tomorrow. Hari Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purna Evavasisate Om Shanti 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 Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai, Sachidananda Bhagavan ki jai, Sabda Brahma ki jai, Saraswati Maharani ki jai, Yoga Vasistha Bhagavan ki jai.